Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. This is a layout I completed back in October. So if you're going, hey, is your cast off? No, I wish it was. But this was some page kits that I had put together at the beginning of October, knowing that, or the middle of October, knowing that I was going to this crop. And then I went there with 30 page kits. I came home with 22 pages done, which I thought was pretty good because I didn't end up scrapping at all on Friday night because I wasn't able to go till the Saturday. Now in this page kit, there's this beautiful background pattern paper, which I absolutely love. And that other pattern paper was just a scrap that was in my stash. It was like a 6 by 12 and I cut it down to about 6 by 10. And you're going to see me quickly put my ATG on. I think that whole weekend with 22 pages, once I put that, and this is page number 10 out of 22. So this was the first time that I loaded up my ATG gun, and I'm pretty sure I go the rest of the weekend without having to load the ATG gun. And that's what's great about ATG guns is, once you put one of those rolls in, you're good for quite a few layouts. My first virtual crop in October, I had just put a roll on just before I started the virtual crop, and I ended up not having to change my roll at all the entire crop, which I absolutely love. And this past Black Friday, I ended up buying 144 rolls from Tape Jungle. They haven't come in yet. I'm hoping that they'll be in, very soon. Not because I need them right away, but just because I don't want my package to have gotten lost or anything. And I was actually quite surprised. The shipping to Canada was like $22, which is not too bad for 144 rolls. So, and plus that day, if you typed in 2020, you got an extra 20% off. So it basically paid for the shipping. So I was super happy about that. Now, like I said, I took that piece of scrap, which I love that pattern paper. I cut it down to, it's like 6 by 10. And then it gave me a spot to put one of our big digital prints. It's a huge viewfinder. And you're going to see in the next few pages, I've done quite a few layouts where I show you how you can use those big viewfinders and some of these bigger elements or bigger digital prints that we've been offering. I don't know what I had eaten or what was in my coffee before I started this weekend, but it just seemed that every layout basically took me no time at all. I don't know if you can tell. The video is 8 minutes, but the speed that I'm putting this page together is very slow. And that's because the entire video from start to finish was 17 minutes. So instead of times it by 4 is usually what I do, I only had to times it by 2 so that I wouldn't have to, otherwise the video would have been like 4 minutes long. I would have had to kind of speed talk through the whole thing. So I just times it times 2. So I thought I would have a little bit of time just to give you, to tell you what I did for this layout, but also to give you a little update on how I'm doing and everything. Let's just talk a little bit more about the layout and then I'll give you an update on how I'm doing. So I took one is the bigger viewfinder and the other one is sort of a middle size. It's probably, I think it's 4 inches or 3.5 inches. I put one on either side of the photo clusters, and then I'm layering other viewfinders over top. I'm adding some labels. I had a few flowers in this page kit. I'm adding those to the cluster. And when you're building clusters like that, when you're looking at everything that you have, just look and see, like I say, I audition a lot of the die cuts that I have within my page kit, And then I find little nooks and crannies that maybe would have looked a little bland or like there was something missing. But because I, make these page kits and I add a lot of stuff to them, then I'm able to add a lot of embellishments in each cluster, and they feel so much fuller. So this is a picture of us. This is where we're going to be camping all summer next summer. And so that's the beach that we're going to be at all summer. I can't wait. And these are my friends on their paddle boats, which I'll be getting a paddle boat too, because I got to make sure that I get in on that fun. Also ended up adding quite a big piece of journaling because I just want to talk about how, we spent altogether probably 3 weeks last summer at this campground, and then that's how we decided that yes, we want to stay there all next summer and just be around our friends all summer. We've never done anything like that we've gone somewhere or did something that it was just me and Dave, so that'll be something sort of different for us. So now let's talk a little bit about the situation of my broken arm. So it is exactly 5 weeks today that I broke my arm, and my arm is doing better. The only thing that I can say is because of the weight of my cast, I'm going to need physiotherapy on my shoulder, because my shoulder is now killing me all the time. And, I have to put heat and cold on my shoulder all the time, trying to make it so that I'm not in extreme pain. The only thing that I would say about my cast is my hand still swells up even after 5 weeks. So if I do a lot of stuff around the house, my hand feels like it wants to bust out of that cast. So 1 week to go, 1 week from today, they're cutting the cast off, and hopefully I won't need another one. And the funny thing is, the doctor told me that he's never seen that I still have my original cast. So the cast that they gave me in the ER is still the cast that I have today. And usually, they get all beat up or they get too big. Mine, like I said, my hand still swells up. I don't know if that's good news or bad news that my cast is still on, but I imagine I'm going to need physio on my hand too, because my hand has been crooked for, it'll be 6 weeks. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout, and I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.